Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is February 19th, 2019, and as always, this new show is sponsored by Camerastore.com. And starting off with Camerastore and their partner Camerarescue, there's just been released a documentary on the Camerarescue operation made by my colleague and friend Cameraville. So it's been on Petapixel and a few other websites, but I highly recommend you watch it. It kind of gives the whole mission statement of Camerarescue and how they operate and what they're looking for. And also on the Camerarescue theme or subject, they're hiring 10 new people to collaborate and work with them. There's some for interns this summer, some for technicians that want to learn the skill and maybe already know the skill of fixing and repairing cameras. They need some international helpers. I actually help them here in Spain. So I highly recommend you check it out if you're interested in film photography and traditional cameras and mechanics and all this, and keeping a steady supply of parts and know-how. You should check it out. Also, thank you for those people that did purchase prints from my Japan Camera Hunter Darkroom video. I released a Campbell wide video yesterday, and this weekend I will be printing those too, and they will be available. There's still some of the Japan Camera Hunter prints available, and those we will be shipping probably today or tomorrow at the latest. But yeah, thanks for those who supported this channel by purchasing one of the prints. If you're interested in getting one of these prints, they're 30 euros, shipping included. 8x10 warm tone paper, they're flattened, spotted, and all that, signed by me, and you have the link below. Thank you guys. Now to the big news is Tetenal, as we all know, went bankruptcy, and finally new Tetenal has been born, and the people that are administrating the bankruptcy operation have accepted the offer of the old employees to make new Tetenal. There's a whole statement translated by Marwan from Photo Classic International, so thank you Marwan, where you can read that basically starting April 1st, which is when supposedly we're going to cease operations, they take control, but during March they already will be open to orders and new clients, new distributors, anything like that. So if you're one of those people that have been using Tetenal or want to use Tetenal in your country, distribute it, you should get in contact with a new administration called New Tetenal. The website's like newtetenal.de as Deutschland, Germany. And yeah, you might want to get in contact. If you have any information or you need any help, you can contact me directly and I'll try to put you in contact with them. From Film Washi, which is probably the smallest factory of film products in the world, comes a new look. So they're changing their branding to a new red little canister sticker such. So that's pretty exciting to see. I met Lomig at Photokina 2018 and it's amazing what he's doing. He makes, if you don't know about it, specialty films, usually on washi paper from Japan. He also makes films that are not available for still photography available to us, X-ray film, sound film, and other things. So you're into different artsy approaches to film, you want to check Film Washi out. It's pretty nice. We also have a new release from Kosmo Foto. Kosmo Foto has been making 35mm film in ISO 100. Pretty affordable film. It is known that it's another film that it's rebranded and sold through him. In many cases, there's places where you can't buy the original film, so that's good. And now he's getting it in 120. So if you're interested in this film in 120, it's an ISO 100. You can pull it to 50, you can push it to 400, things like that. But if you're interested, there's a pre-order now at kosmophoto.com. Also talking about Kodak Alaris and what's been happening about them trying to sell some of their assets and whatnot. There's an interview at photobite.uk, which is very interesting, talking to Andy Church, which I interviewed at Photokina, basically saying what we've all been explaining and what is Kodak Alaris, what is part of Kodak Rochester, what is the relationship between the film manufacturing and the film sales and the marketing and all that. There's not much information about what's supposed to be selling and what's going to happen after the sale, but it does explain a lot about what it actually is to be Kodak Alaris and how it came to be, his part in Kodak Alaris, Andy Church's, and there's more information about films, film sales and such. So it's an interesting interview, and I think it puts a few few things out there that people just kind of tend to assume or think they know and maybe they weren't wrong. So yeah, good interview, and I hope to hear more about the sale of the assets and what's going to happen in the future. Also in good news, we have the Maya Darkroom timer. It's basically a new Darkroom timer that's coming from, if I'm not wrong, Turkey. It's an Indiegogo campaign where you basically fund it to get a pretty cool and sleek Darkroom timer. They've been, working on it for a while. It's finally coming out. It's on Indiegogo. It couldn't be done on Kickstarter too. Do remember, and not that I think this project's, won't come to the end, but do remember Indiegogo, Kickstarter, and all these crowdfunding don't guarantee your product, okay? So before you throw your money at the Maya Darkroom, which I think is awesome, it's already fully funded, do know that things can go wrong. Things do go wrong, not in this case, maybe in others, and you might not get a product, okay? So before you go and put your money, some people were like, okay, this is awesome, I'm gonna wait for this to be a reality. If you're one of those skeptical people, you can also hold back, wait for it to come in the market, and then buy it later. Do remember that through crowdfunding, usually you get a special price, then usually price goes up. So if you're one of those that wants to save a few bucks, you can risk it. If you're one of those that doesn't mind, you can wait a little. But yeah, it looks really good. And considering there's not a lot of innovation lately in darkroom timers, it's a good option. Talking about that, you do want to check Highland electronic timers. Those are awesome. I wish I could afford to get one, but those Highland electronic timers are really, really good. Maybe the design and the outlook of it isn't as good as the Maya, but you want to check it out. If you want something that's working already and a product in reality, Highland Electronics is a huge company that I highly recommend. Nothing against Maya, but do know that you have other options still. Some people maybe think there's no more darkroom timers out there. And talking about another interesting approach, Berlin Film Photo had that little iPhone or phone app that would let you print with your phone as basically the light source and the negative source through your existing camera onto paper. It's pretty cool. And he's made, a 3D or something like that, Hasselblad phone holder. So it's meant to work with iPhones, but I think it will work with smaller than iPhones. And you can basically use your phone as the source of light and everything to enlarge through your camera, which is pretty cool. Going to digitalizing and stuff, I didn't know about this product, but I'm going to share it. Lomography has a phone scanner, which basically just opens like a little phone clamp that you open and you put your phone and you can put your film 35 and scan it with your phone. Now that it's very popular to scan with your phone, I actually use my phone on invert colors to basically zoom through my negatives in the darkroom and decide which one I'm going to print if I don't want to do a contact print. So that's pretty cool that Lomography has that, and not only that, that has cut the price from I think $89 to $39, so it's pretty much a no-brainer if you kind of enjoy just taking a quick snap with your phone, putting it on social media. And then from Lomography we had sad news is, remember the New York store was closing down, now the London store is closing down. And one thing Lomography did let me know when I talked about the New York store coming down is that the Lomography brand is still there, the community is still there, but there's no physical store at the moment. So London's shutting down. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of that, but I know a lot of people that love that Lomography store. Some people don't like Lomography products, but you have to admit that they have gallery openings. You can go and touch film. You can talk to film shooters. It has a huge community vibe, and that will be missed in London. So if you're one of those that can go close, walk into that store, you might want to go in for a few last times before it closes. Then we have a picture I saw from Catlabs of JP, and a lot of people have 8x10 film holders and their darkslides are broken. I have a few. It looks like Catlabs of JP has made a metallic substitute for these darkslides, so I will be probably contacting him or them to purchase 1 or 2 darkslides for my 8x10 holders, but it's pretty cool to see him, doing something that's not in the market at the time. So if you have a dark slide from an 8x10 holder that's broken, you can contact him or them. I kept seeing him because I always talk to the same person. Them and getting one of those. Also, last video someone told me, what about Intrepid 8x10? They're hinting on Instagram. I usually do post the hints that they do. So I went ahead and I talked to Max and they sent me these pictures. that you're seeing right now on your screen. It's the new 8x10 design that's coming soon. So if you're one of those that wants to get an 8x10 and maybe don't like the current product, or maybe you don't like the newer product, you might as well buy the one in currently made, or wait for the new one to be coming out. I don't have a lot of specs right now. As soon as I do have them, I'll share them with you, but I hope you guys enjoy the Intrepid basically leaked. They're not leaked, but they're sent to me pictures. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the news. If you have any information, you can send an email to the email below. For those who bought prints or want to buy prints, remember there's a link below. Thanks guys, and see you the next week.